Well, this is a first for us this year. This is a live introduction to the 2004 Western Beach Race video. We've been doing this for so many years, so we just thought what we do this year to make it a little bit different. So here we are, it's Friday. There's an immense queue at Scrutineering, which you'll be seeing if you haven't already seen it on the video. There's just such an entry here this weekend, and we've got the lot. We've got quads, we've got schoolboys, we've got the main race on Sunday with almost 1,000 competitors. We've got monster trucks. We've got an 8 times world champion. We've got Gary Davis, who you'll be seeing later on in the video as well, who's just won his 11th AMCA crowd. We've got Stefan Everts, we've got Travis Pastrana from the States. We've just got so much here at Weston this year, and hopefully we're going to capture all this on the video for you. So, I'm Nick Fisk. I've been doing this for years. The guy the other side of the camera, Colin Bullock, he's trying very hard not to smile at me now, but we hope you enjoy what we bought for you this year. Well, here we are, Western Beach Race 2004 this year, and I don't know if you caught that last bit of me. I cracked up corpsing in front of the camera, which is unusual for me because this man was looning around behind me. So here we are, Gary Davis, newly crowned AMCA. God, which class is it, Gary? I always get this wrong.
The 125 Championship.
And you ride, of course, a Cradley
Kawasaki KX125 two-stroke.
Now, it's been a special year for you this year because how many championships have you won now?
In the 125s, I took 5 championships, in the 250s 2, and 4 superclass championships, which takes me to the best known AMCA rider up to date, as winning 11 championships.
And so, are you going to win the beach race on Sunday?
Of course I am, no problem.
So, Gary, this is a fun event, though, isn't it, at Western Supermare?
Yeah, this is just a great weekend. We come down here with Kawasaki, they put us up for a hotel over the weekend. It's just so much fun. Bring the wives, feed them well. And rubber gloves. Don't go without your rubber gloves.
So what do you do with the rubber glove?
I'm going to go and put my exhaust. I forgot to do it, so in case the old sand and the rain comes in, so she makes sure she starts first thing Sunday morning.
Oh, so you have it on the exhaust during the race then?
Definitely, yeah. No.
All right, Gary, well, good luck for Sunday, and thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Oh, cheers, Nick. Thank you a lot. Cheers.
Well, this year's 22nd running of the Weston Supermare Beach Race saw Sunday, the 24th of October, the main events of the weekend. For those of you that prefer two wheels as opposed to four. Here we are on the seafront at Weston again. You can see all the importers there. Data tag there. They were doing a lot of helping with the scrutineering and scanning various bikes that have gone through that are already data tagged to check that everything was running. Here you see the guys hanging on at scrutineering. If you look on the Weston Supermare official beach race website, you'll see in the guest page there's a lot of comments because a lot of the guys spend a lot of time queuing up for the scrutineering. With so many entries this year, you can imagine that there was quite a healthy delay getting through scrutineering. The beach, as you can see here, the track very well prepared as ever. Phil Roberts Plant the R of the RHL, the beach race organisers for the last few years. Him and his team did a fantastic job of the weeks beforehand. Here we go, you see signing on here, the usual crew, quiet at that time. Molson Kawasaki, you can see all the top teams in there, a sidecar crew, a solo. Programme's £2. Very well put together sign there. And here we see, this is at the back end of scrutiny. You see Gareth Hockey, one of the promoters there on the right hand side, in the red. Well, a lot of things you can see being taken down towards the beach. You can see there was a I think they call them a mule in the background. Well, there's one way to get your stuff onto the beach. A sort of semi-half track. A cross between a rotavator and a, I don't know what you call it, lawnmower. Healthy weather on the Sunday. The complete opposite of what it was for the quad race on the Saturday. And this is really, again, the calm before the storm. The youth competitors, the first time we had youth competitors at Weston Beach Race.
So this is the first ever running of a youth race, the 22nd annual running of the Weston Supermare Beach Race. We've got something in the region of 90 odd youth competitors on 85cc machines, big and...
Well, there you go. I'll leave this at... This is a double take. My voice in the background there doing the live commentary and also putting in the voice over in the video. These were the youth competitors, say, almost 185cc machines, small wheel and big wheel. 17, Chris Place was the first rider through. Number 3 there, Sam Davis on the Kawasaki. Now, the race for the youth competitor was a rather steep learning curve, as no doubt you'll see. The guy's really sort of 85, Liam Morgan there, young man from Tredegar in Wales. As I was saying, a rather steep learning curve for these young lads. And there's the first one over. And when I mean over, I mean literally over. Over and out, so to speak. Now you notice in the background that they're coming around this corner. We'll look back at that dune again in a minute and you'll see guys getting stuck there. 41 there, Lewis Rose. You see already trying to find their way through the gaps worn down in the dunes. 67 there, Jackson Evans. Throwing the sand everywhere. Look, even these little mounds are quite huge for the youngsters. I think the oldest in the youth race was around about 15. Number 7 there, I think that's 7, underneath all those stickers. Joshua Armitage. As you can see, the weather was very kind to them. 25 there, almost not quite getting over the top. 55 there, Lewis Abbott. Virtually ploughing their way through the dunes. And the gaps you see are beginning to wear down. But as I say, for the first few laps, real mayhem for these youngsters. They really did find it hard going. They didn't realise that the soft sand, these 85cc bikes, the high revving motors, number 20 there, Scott Meredith going through, as I say, that they really hadn't sort of got used to the idea that the sand really didn't give that much grip at all. 54 there, Leon Burt. And then also that a lot of the youngsters didn't realise that once you got up to, there's number 1, Scott Elderfield, there's a name to conjure with. And just about making it over there. And a KTM by the looks of things underneath all that plastic. But as you can see, the guys there stuck on the dune. As I say, they didn't realise they had to power down the dunes as well as power up them. Oh, that's interesting. 67 on the front and 7 on the side. Well, one of those numbers is bound to be right. Early on in the race, talking about numbers, there were some problems with numbers. Number 111, Stephen Clark, mixed up because we also had another. Well, we had a number 11 as well, and it caused some confusion. 43 though, no confusion here. That's Ben Puddy going through. Now this is over the ambulance crossing, as they call it here. See this big bridge? That was a space underneath for a four-wheel drive vehicle to get underneath and through. And speaking of ambulance, there's one sneaking in the background. 30 there, Aidan Bruce. Relatively easy-looking part of the course is for the youngsters. It wasn't the flat that they found the hard going, it was the little bumps more than anything else. Again, this is the other side of the ambulance crossing, as you can see. 61 there, Tom Pugh Jones. Not quite sure what the forklift's doing in the background. You can hear these sort of wasp-like drone in the background, these high-revving little 85cc machines. Also some support. 99 going through, Daniel Gilbert. Here they go, you see, the guys really having to work hard on these little machines. Number 100 there, that's coming through the chicanes, that's Gino Rea. Coming in towards the finish line, or not the finish line so much, but the end of the lap. 75 Peter Wainwright. 55 again was Lewis Abbott we saw there. 85, now this was the leader, Liam Morgan. I say there was a lot of confusion between number 11 and 111 earlier on, and Stephen Clark on the BTZ Suzuki was well up there, but it was actually number 85 Liam Morgan and lap scorers had out in front all the while. 133 is Ashley Greedy on the Talbot Kawasaki, one of the Team Green riders. Well up there at that pace at that point as well. 17 Chris Place, one of the first guys we saw out on the track. 76 Peter Wainwright again. Here they come in again once more. Then the numbers white before they go past the lap scorers. Over the Harris fencing there to stop them from digging out. As they come in there, they wipe their numbers, and then the lap scorers were in that hut opposite them and took the numbers down as they went across. 87 there's Alfie Smith. Well, you can see now the rider's getting more into the swing of things. 111 there, Stephen Clark. Now, you look as he comes towards it, looks like number 11 on the front of the bike. I think that caused quite some confusion on the day, and as well for the commentary team live on the day as well. And there's the guys whizzing down the beach. They did about a third of the straight. For those of you used to the track at Weston Supermare, they went down about as far as the end of the seawall and came back to the infield there. So the course was, I would say, was still around about a mile in length though. 78 there, Sam Price. And this wasp-like drone that went on for an hour. Hard work for the guys, but lots of good input from them on the website afterwards. So 63 going through shot, Matthew Lavender on the KTM. 41 there, Lewis Rose. I'm sure that's a couple of times we've seen him already now. Battling away for an hour. And of course, it's not very often the youth competitors get to race for an hour either. 111 Stephen Clark, you see on the big wheel machine, also one of the taller lads out on the track as well. Miles Shaw there, number 5. Taking it steadily around that corner there. Very steadily. It's one of those marvellous shots where you see him going in 3 directions at once. And again, this is where they come back onto the infield section after they've been down the straight. 71 there, Ryan Marshall. You see glorious weather, but the water was all from the day before. 35, Stephen Plant there, washing his numbers off. Doesn't need the marshals to wash it from there as he goes through that water. I say, obviously the water left from the day before, the atrocious weather on a Saturday for the quad and sidecar race. 52, Scott Jenkins, and there's 41, Lewis Rose again. No truth in rumour he paid us to put him in so many times. Number 96, Rowan Hill. Now you see this is about 2/3 of the way into the race and the track getting worn down now. 80 there, Stuart Winnett. 68 there, Darren Webster. Getting a little bit of help from his friends, for want of a better expression. 65, Ryan Pryor. Making his way through the dunes, literally. I suppose one of the things about this was because of the safety barriers, it didn't mean that 25 going through, that's Mark Wakely. Leo Gooding going through there. 21, Matthew Clegg. That was Stephen Clark in the background. 85 there, Liam Morgan, that's your race leader there. I say, with the track being fenced all the way around, you didn't see people leaping onto the track to help. Number 90 there, Josh Griffiths. 27, Aaron Stone coming alongside him. And it's not just the adults that can find having funny things on their helmets as well, as you can see there from what Josh had in his hat. I think that was 22 number, not quite sure about that one. 61, Tom Pugh Jones again. Number 16, Ty Kellett. Scott Elderfield again, number 1. Very distinctive number on the bike there. 3 is Sam Davis. The bike looking quite clean. He unfortunately not. Ah, right, okay. Joker in the pattern. Number 4, Scott James going through, and somebody on one of the little export bikes as well. 17, Chris Place again. There's a track out there somewhere. 62 there, Josh Williams. Here we go back into race control once more. You see the guys filtered down. Marshall's checking their plates are clean, and as they come towards us, they're literally coming towards lap scoring of the computer operators in front of them. That's Chris Brawson getting in on the act there, signifying something to the lap scorers.
So far, the leader at the moment is number 11, Matthew Holcomb. He's 7 seconds in front of 85, Liam Morgan. Third spot is number 1.
Again, here we are at the end of the seawall. They've come off the straight now, and they've come over that the ambulance crossing we saw earlier on. Now they're making their way back onto the infield. In and out the dusty sand dunes. Well, they're not quite so dusty with the water left from the day before. That looks to be Scott Elderfield again, distinctive number 1. As you can see as he goes down the straight by the seafall there, how the dunes are cut out and also the water still lying there as well. Number 56 there, Oliver Page. Wonderful shot looking down the track here. And there's young Scott Elderfield again, I think it is. Is that the number one? Bobs into view, disappears behind the dunes and comes back into sight once more. Certainly the track altered a lot this year. 41 major dunes in it. Number 2 there, Josh Waterman on the Team Green machine. And again, this is, we were looking at them coming the other way. 57 there, Leah Gooding, looking good for the camera as she goes past us. This is the infield section again. Gives you some idea of the carnage created in those dunes, because don't forget these dunes were all built up again before the youngsters started riding on them. Latter stage of the race, number 80 there, Stuart Winnick. Nice close-up view of the sand there. We like to get in just so you know where you are. Alex Morris going through to number 10. And that's Josh Waterman, number 2. .111, Stephen Clark. .99, Daniel Gilbert. We're going for the close-ups at the moment. Commentator's curse, of course. As soon as we talk about going to close-ups, we pan out again. 33, Jonathan Roderick Jones. Too fast for the camera there, I'm afraid, my friend. You don't get a mention. And still the Wasp Light drone continues. Marvellous shot of the old pier in the background there. And still gorgeous weather. Go, go. As an ex-rider myself, there's nothing more impressive than seeing somebody hang that out on the pit board to you. And then you go and do something like that as well. Right, 26, Bradley King going through. 64 is Chamber Whittle. We're going for the sun look here. 41 there, Lewis Rose. Again. Obviously the cameraman's favourite. And here's yet another rider fallen down. A race marshal giving an assisting hand there. Number 2 there, Josh Waterman, once more on the Team Green machine. And that's what happens when you drop it on the throttle. It sticks wide open. Ooh, rather sadly sounding bike going past there at the moment. A little bit of water in the works, I think. 56 there, Oliver Pope. That's Ashley Greedy. 33 in his back for 133 on the side. There's that strange looking Roman Centurion to go through once more. It's the unfortunate trouble with something like the Western Beach Race. You have a shirt that you've worn all season with your number on your back and you get a complete different number for the race. Or it has a 1 in front of it. Another Roman Centurion. Surely not the same one. Two there would be Josh Waterman from the back. Now you see they learnt very quick here now. You see they're all heading for the gap in the sand. Don't go up the soft stuff, go through the worn out holes. Back past race control once more. Roy Barton, Clark of the course, throwing a shovel full of sand onto there. Just done a power good that has. 86 is George Baldwin. And still Almost. Almost made it to the top there. Number 6, Liam Williams. That's good. A black number in the red background. It's fairly easy to see. That's an interesting spectator there. I'm really enjoying myself here today. There's a man there who can't see anything out of his goggles, obviously. Fraser Norrie. Nice helping hand for the Marshall there. Fills him in as he goes past. Excellent. 71 is Ryan Marshall. Now you can see the ruts as they're coming to race control. Number 4 there is Scott James. That's why there's so many, as you can see, there's so many tracks there. Then later on in the race, obviously, they cordon them off. Oh, there's somebody going back on the one of the Western Beach recovery vehicles. Well, a tremendous race it was for the youth. I'd say the first time they've run a youth race at Western Beach Race, and I'm sure there's going to be another one. I'm sure it'll be an exercise that will be repeated, with a lot being learnt on both sides, I think, to be quite honest. Scott Elderfield fighting his way through towards the finish there. Number 11 there is Matthew Holcomb. Oh, well, he almost made it over there. That's Josh Warderman from the back once more. Marshall getting in on the act. 41 is Lewis Rose. Getting towards the end of the race now. That looks to be 85. I think that's 85, yes. That's Liam Morgan, a race leader. Going out, heading out on his last lap. That's Ashley Greedy. And it was in fact Liam Morgan, 85, the young man from Wales, who led virtually from start to finish. There was a lot of confusion on the day amongst the, I'll be honest, amongst the commentators. We were trying to go through the information we've been given by lap scorers and also what we could see out on the track. But Liam Morgan it was, number 85, who took the checkered flag and actually led for about 98% of the race. So here we are for the main race on the Sunday. Almost 950 solo competitors. Number 72, closest to the camera. Those two guys there, 72 and number 5, Paul Evanson, have 12 world titles between them. Travis Pastrana, 199 there. 33 is David Knight. Number 1 in the background there, Gordon Crockard, being muscled to one side. Now, you may notice these are all known numbers. Well, that's right, because the top 100, I believe it was, were kept in a separate paddock and let out onto the beach first. Now, for those of you who follow Western Beach Race and have already looked on the website, you'll see amongst the comments page, on the guest page, there's been a lot of discussion amongst riders about the start, and it's something that the organisers are going to look at for next year. The physical difficulty in getting 950 riders from the parc fermé onto the start line and start them all in one hit. It would just prove too much to them. So as you will see, that they started. It was a case of I'll start so I finish. So they started while there were riders still charging out to the parc fermé. This is a situation which I guess is going to be addressed by the organisers next year. Certainly there's been a lot of comment about it on the website. And as you can see, this lot still feeding themselves through. Number 9 still trying to get through there, 5:59 as well. The good idea was that Chris Brawson went out in the RPE, the lead car, and as they came to that gap in the bench, you may have noticed that they didn't realise that the bend wasn't wide enough for the vehicle to go around. So the world champions had to shuffle back a little bit while they got reversed into by the pickup. Such great events, wonderful plans, forethought or foresighted, I think is the word we were looking for. Or was that the Foresight Saga or something like that? Forethought, foresight, one of those. A rubber glove goes through. For those of you who have never ever been to Weston Beach Race, I've said it so many times in a live commentary and I'll say it just one more time. The rubber glove is Team Marigold, which indicates that they're normally a member of the Sudbury Enduro Club from East Anglia. And they've been a part of Weston Beach Race forever and ever and ever and ever. As is normally, there's a machine that's all covered with yellow and black road marking tape. He's there every time. I'm trying to think of what else we normally see. We normally see the Gorilla as well. Andy Hobbs. Although I think he was riding a quad. Speaking of, he shall appear. There's a yellow and black bike. And he's got a sort of funny looking hat on. Headgear. Obviously helmets are compulsory, but also lunatic headgear appears to be compulsory for an average of about 1 in every sort of 10 or so competitors. There we go, we've got a nice little silver wig there, sir. And there's another marigold. Oh, 2 marigolds. Right. For want of a better expression, what a lovely pair. And there goes another wig. Somewhere amongst the starters also were a couple of skeletons, Porky the Pig, Tigger, and Yogi Bear, wrongly called by one of the commentators Scooby-Doo. Obviously that guy's got too much Cartoon Network at home. And of course it's towards the end of October, so there's lots of Halloween type things. Oh, there's a football supporter. Shane got knocked out early. Oh, there's another witch. And there's a Bugs Bunny. Oh, there is Scooby-Doo. I tell a lie. Stand to be not quite sure what that is. Grief. Oh, and there's the Centurion. And there's a man with an old-looking jet-style helmet. Good grief, I didn't realise there was a pre-65 class in this. And I should get shot down in flames for saying that now. And is that a court jester in the background, or are we not going to catch him? Let's have a look, see if he goes through. No, thank heavens for that. Here we are down on a race. Or down on the beach. I'm always amazed that nobody ever gets trampled, and the spectators get trampled in a rush, because they start and everybody watches the start and they all charge across towards the infield to get a place by the fence. It's like a sort of steeplechase all in its own right. And you see the riders still making their way down onto the beach. Now this was the problem, you see, that I don't think the organisers quite realised just how long it would take to get 95 or 950 riders through a gap. Well, there's the ambulance line up in the background. For those of you who don't go to the beach race live, you'll always hear my own commentary about the ambulance race going on in the background. Well, we've got 5 there. I think this year's race was won by a Series 3A Land Rover, with the runner-up spot was one of the Range Rovers, I think. But the riders you see, these are mainly the senior riders getting themselves out onto the front of the start. And as you noticed before we panned onto this shot, all the guys still coming out of the parc fermé. So, and you can see there is a red flag being held up there in the middle by Chris Brawson, the paddock coordinator. A very brave man. I think hopefully he stood on the back of that pickup at the moment. Well, a tremendous shot, look at that. I say there were 950 starters and it's gone to green and they're away. And I would say there's probably about 350 on the beach at that time. And look at that for a sight. That is absolutely magnificent. And it just kept going and going and going and going. And there's the spectators. You see, look, they've started trotting across now. They've watched the start, so they all come legging across. Look at this, it's incredible. You get the sight of the riders belting up the beach and the spectators belting across the infield. You wouldn't believe that the race went on for 3 hours. You'd think they only did one lap. And then they have to wait about 10 minutes for them to come through. Well, the leading lights we saw in that early bunch, you saw number 72, Stefan Everts. We saw number 5, Paul Edmondson. We saw 199, Travis Pastrana. Travis, of course, hot from his second stroke third place in the quad race earlier on. Never ever competitively ridden a quad till he rode it the day before. And riding the 400 four-stroke Suzuki engine thing prepared by Andy Noble Motorcycles up in Scarborough. Finished in second spot, I think it was, and then was protested down to third for receiving outside assistance. I'm not going to get involved in that debate because there's plenty about it in the guests on the website. And these are riders still coming down from the Parc Fermé. Here we go. After the start. As I say, it went on for about 5 minutes. I think they were just about all out of the Parc Fermé by the time the leaders came round. Fantastic bumper crowd, I say. What beautiful weather as well. Cross fingers. It's always away at West. And here's the man. 8 World Championships. Always wanted to do the Western Beach Race. And number 72, Stefan Everts. And just making it look easy. Look, jumping over the dunes. And that's, I think that orange shirt behind him, that may well have been David Knight. I'm not sure. But as you see, Everts was the first man over the dune. Then here come the rest of the pack. And you can still see riders coming down the straight. And just look at this. Absolutely incredible. Some of the riders you can see, look, jumping. Oh, there's one got there. The yellow flag goes up. Well, there's a surprise. The marshal might as well just stick that on a pole now for the rest of the 3 hours. It's amazing how it happens. You see, Stefan Everts comes out in front. He's got an open track, consummate ease, jumps over the dunes. And then from then on, it just all sort of goes downhill, literally. And here we go. Look at this lot. I've taken part, I think, in 9 beach races myself at Weston. I missed the first one in '83. I read about it in a magazine article in what was then Bike, the road magazine, by Roger Willis, who was the editor. Thought this has got to be good, so I had to go the next year, '84. I rode it for about, I think it was 8 or 9 years, and after that just got involved in the organisation and commentary of it. So I've done every Western except for the first one. Oh dear me. Sorry about that, chap. But this is what happens at Weston. Look, you see, it's quiet. There's nobody there. And all of a sudden, there's the world, his brother, his uncle, his pet dog, his gardener, somebody from down the road. Look at it, absolute. You've got to be there to actually believe this. I mean, look at that. In that space of about 15 seconds, we must have seen the best part of 150 riders going through, or not going through. There's Little Ed. That looks to be Paul Edmondson, number 5. I would say, hazard a guess, that was Gary Davis on the green machine. 11 times AMCA, or 11 AMCA championship titles to his name. Early part of the race, obviously this, we'll say on the opening lap, as you can see, the ruts haven't dug out at all. This is a part that the youth didn't go on yet. This is at the top end of the track at the moment. Whoa! You could see that coming a mile away. Oh, there we go, another one as well. That's the way you do it. See, the bloke in the Suzuki shows him how to do it, and the Honda guy is so impressed he feels they do the same. Now, if you were on a video game, it would now be saying wrong way. And there's one of those yellow and black boot shorts. Oh, there's another one in the background. Oh, this is. I mustn't say it's excellent, but it really is. So matey thought, oh right, I've got the bike going now, and look at that, they've both got yellow and black shirts on, so they're mates. Now Ron Calloway, one of the commentary team, will tell you that yellow and black and red and black shirts mean they're from Cornwall. And he's told us every year for about the last 10 years. But as I say, now while I've been talking, if you want to go run this back in slow-mo and count, we've probably seen the best part of about 120 riders go through. And this is Weston in itself, to be quite honest. This is why people come to this remote spot in the British Isles once a year for a weekend to see this. It really is an amazing spectacle. What's going on at the top end of the track? We now come down to the bottom end at the end of the opening lap, and here we go. Number 72 it is, Stefan Everts out in front, making it look so deceptively easy, showing why he's won 8 World Championships. Stefan style as ever, stood up in the pegs, he just makes it look so easy. He's just such a natural, smooth, flowing rider. Makes it look really effortless. And I guess for him it is, to be quite honest. It's just like a day at the office. For you and me, we'd be, you know, after 10 minutes, we'd be a heap, a sweating heap covered in sand on the floor. But Stefan, fresh as a daisy. Another man, the Iron Man behind him, number 33, the Manxman, David Knight. Number 5 there, 4 World Enduro Championships to him. To his name is Paul Evanson. Now 6 there, that's Ryan Vose, just back in from injury. 2 was Gary Davis. 9 was Rick Defoe, the AMCA rider. 4, Ben Taylor, a past winner of the Western Beach Race. Suzuki mounted this season. I think from the back there, that was number 7. That was one of the Jones lads. Number 4, Ben Taylor, we saw the shirt from the back again. Here they are making their way through the infield. Sand being sprayed everywhere. 54, Darrell Bolter on the Husky Sport machine. One of the country's top enduro riders. Stefan from the back there with the gold number 72. Why has he got number 72? Because it's the year that he was born. Number 5, Paul Emerson going through there. 6 is Ryan Vose on the 254-stroke KTM. Had a lot of major knee reconstruction early on this season. Number 9 there, Rick Defoe. AMCA, oh, this is where my memory fails me. I'm sure Rick's won an AMCA championship sometime in the last couple of years or so. 579 stopping for the camera there, William Woods. Now this is back, meanwhile, on with the rest of the show, for want of a better expression. For those of you who've been listening to me over the years, you will know that's one of my favourite expressions. I always try and get it in whenever possible. I got to the point now that I'm telling anybody around me to slap me when they hear me saying it. 824 Sam Stone. I guess the title of this bit is "And They Also Raced." These aren't the top 10. More yellow and black shirts. More guys playing stack up on the sand dunes. The great bit is they give it a big handful, they get to the top, unless they give it a handful on the way down as well, they just, as we saw earlier, the front wheel digs in, they just end up going over, like these guys have done. Superman. You can see now why he wears his pants outside his trousers. Number 507, Andrew Williams there, gently does it. One of our fitter looking suspects in the background there, just making his way down the dune. 807, Paul Horsley going slow for the camera there to make sure we catch him. Now again, this is where they've gone past the middle chronometer position, the one that I normally have live, and they turn back and go up. This is obviously taken from one of the big dunes looking down. 318 there, Derek Bourne. '93, Gareth Andrew. Red and black shirts, so Ron Calloway will be saying in his Cornish vernacular, "Oh, he come from Cornwall, you do." Yes, jolly good, thank you, Ron. I've had the great pleasure of working with Ron for many years. 99, David Pine, I mean that from the heart of my bottom. No, the bottom of my heart, one of those. Ron and I have been working at the beach race for years. It seems like all the time. So this is the infield section. Number 11S, Stevie Roper. KTM rider, rides one of Jim Ames' KTMs, safe from the Eastern Centre. I believe he's a Sudbury Club member, but strangely enough, no rubber glove on a helmet. '14 there, Chris Walker, better known for his exploits on the tarmac. 82 there, Matt Bates, sometime UK Supercross promoter, and also a fiendish rider in his own right before he took up promotion of events. 29 there, Darren Wheeler, going for the two-legged approach as he came through that dune. Now emulating Stefan Everts with his feet up on the pegs. Oh no, he's taken the foot off the pegs, I'm sorry. Just lose 0.5 of a mark for style there. 701, Lee Breen, trying to take the camera out on the way through. they're looking very clean at the moment. And again, you see that sun still shining away in the background. If my memory serves me well, we did have a little bit of rain on the Sunday, but not too much. Not like we had on the Saturday. .125 there, Dave Roper. Related to the aforementioned Steve. 774 Kay Hankin. Doesn't have a full name to the programme. Must be shot. 666 Dennis Harrison. With the devil in his eye, or the devil in his head. David Yellen, number 110. 21 Richard Clayton. 83 there was Craig Elwell. .419 going for the camera, Carl Checketts. 647 Craig Smith. Somebody who shall remain nameless. Trying to pick up a clean number 19 there, Tim Foreman. Trying to pick these riders up as they come through. 182 John Nichols. 647 Craig Smith. Now we saw him earlier. Stefan again. 72 Stefan Everts at the top end of the track here. Look at the crowd spotting and applauding. And look at this. Just watch this. Wallop takes out a Marshall almost straight through. Everybody else said it just makes everybody else look like not a world champion. Knight are going through there as well. Now start again. David Knight had problems. He had a snap chain which took him out of the running. He was well up there for the first couple of laps or so. 79 Chris Hockey, again on the Husky Sport machine, known for his exploits in the Enduro world. Now I was saying Niter had a snap chain, if reading after race reports, and he went missing. He went all the way back down to the paddock from the top end of the beach and re-emerged about half an hour later and managed to fight his way up to, I think it was about 19th at the checkered flag. So I like the guys are really going to pay attention to the marshal slowing them down. That part, they've just come off a mile straight, so the motor's as crisp as you like. And they also ran 301 Richard Jackson there, nicely in the shot. And still the sun shone. It's only been seen to by the first aid there. Rule number 1, suffocate rider with yellow coats. .07 there, Alex Snow. Marvellous look from the top of the dunes here. .452 Michael Willis. I think that was Everts just went through there. If you catch a glimpse of a gold numbered shirt, 72 on it, that's Stefan Everts. I couldn't catch him every time. Here we go, coming into race control. Trying to pick out individual riders. There's 33, the Ironman himself, David Knight. An absolute automaton, that man. He just keeps on going. I've seen him at many of the Fast Eddie events. He just keeps going and going. And there, right behind him, speaking of Fast Eddie, there's the Fast Eddie himself, number 5, Paul Edmondson, on a red shirt. Nice view from the back there. Again, this is right at the top end of the circuit. You can see through the dunes. And this isn't at the top end of the circuit. See the yellow flag there? Don't bother waving it anymore. Just stick it in there because people know it's permanently going to be out. I think that's 07 Alex Snow we saw earlier on getting stuck there. Oh, well, he might have got stuck, but he's got going in there. Now, the O numbers caused all sorts of grief on the day because the organisers, Gary Forden or whatever, when signing on, gave these numbers 01, 02, 03, 04 out. But of course the computer system couldn't take an 01 number, so they had to give them like 9 something numbers. So it caused all sorts of grief when people were looking for their place in the results. They didn't realise that their number had been substituted for something else. 75 Fraser Watson. We're at the end of this first infill straight again here. Now obviously wearing a reflective jacket, he wants to be seen. 46 in his back, I bet he hasn't got 46 on the side, just to add insult to injury. .652 Ben Masters. 102 Ben Swambo. Again, one of the regulars on the enduro scene. .247 Neil Davis. 354. Good grief, a KX 500. Alex Lux. That's Ray Rowson, minus the number plate, number 75. BSMA champion. 895 there, Mark Waitman. .003 going through there. Let's have a look. That was Philip Lloyd. 278 was John, unpronounceable name. I won't even try it. 347 Kevin Rees, trying to close up with the camera. 463 Tim Austin. Well done, that man. 856 picked the bike up. Jeremy Wilcox. Named and shamed, as they say. Number 9 Rick Defoe looking suspiciously clean there. 107 just going through there, missed him. Jerry Adams making a rare excursion from the political arena. In and out the dusty stand dunes. Unbelievable. You'd imagine if a creature from Mars landed and saw this. Oh look, a skeleton on a bike. Gareth Hockey looking remarkably clean at that point with Chris Sport in the background. Stefan, of course. 393 Michael Yelland. Tigger. Go. 326. I've got David Eade, I think. Did we miss his number 22? Oh, there's a skeleton again. Lovely. Why? Don't ask. That's David Knight going through there, number 33. Ah, been handed a pair of goggles. Right, okay, slapping a protest. I think that was 313 Philip Bunning, a very self-conscious wonder wiper there. And there's not quite a Tigger, almost, but not quite. Some nice close-up shots here of lots of sand. 758 Richard Marr. If we can actually see some numbers every now and again, it's useful. 515, there we go. Thank you very much, Peter Benton. .711 on the back. We've got James Reeves on this because Peter Ryan's on the back. Okay, we'll argue that one later. .857, Dean Saunders. Is that the Dean Tipper Saunders that I know from Chalfont St Giles? Number 10 there, Wayne Braybrook. Top trials come enduro rider. 710 Russ Rhodes, I think that was going through there. I could be lying there. 908 Hamish McIntosh. 132 Eddie Sloan, the proprietor of Preston Tracks. Long-time beach race protagonist. 554 Sebastian O'Keefe. 515 was Peter Benson again. I used to work with Eddie Sloan quite a few years ago. He did a stunt show called The Globe of Death, where him and his mate Danny or Niall used to whiz around inside this sort of large metal ball with me stood in the middle. Needless to say, I got well paid for it. Number 20 going through there, John Locke, often a favourite, a long favourite of co-commentator of mine, Ron Calloway. 74, Richard Lawson just going through there. It always used to go on about always a fancied runner, John Locke from the southwest, which was obviously the kiss of death, which meant his bike would blow up 5 minutes later. 36, Chris Tett on one of the Genesis machines. Number 60, Peter Clark. 387, James Potter. Ah, must be Harry's brother. That's Stefan. You see that? You see, you just noticed there was a sand dune, all of a sudden the same leant over it. Look over his shoulder, and before you know, God, there goes an 8 times world champion. 306, George Dennison. Ah, well, you see, when you have black numbers in the blue background, your number doesn't get read out, so nobody knows who you are. And there's Scooby-Doo. Number 00, Scooby-Doo. Let's have a look at my list. I haven't got 00. It's rather unfortunate. 002 was Roger Harvey, the winner in 1984, the first year that I took part in it. .174, Stuart Shoesmith. .463 is Tim Austin with one of those sort of peaky things in his helmet. Is it a Mohican or what? Or why is it? .143 coming close to us, Stephen Howard. Knighter, number 33, David Knight. No mistake in that style. Broad shoulders, squared off elbows, always on the attack. And here by direct comparison, number 222, John Kane. Now this could be any. We could have spirited this shot from any of the videos we've done over the years, because it always looks the same down the straight. But it gives you an idea. There we go. That's a mile straight they're coming down there. Fantastic. Just look at that. You've got to be there really to experience it. The noise when they go off the start. And for 3 hours you just get that constant drone of bikes going down the straight. Back on the infield again. 397, Stephen Johnson. 91, Del Dawson, smiling away until he takes the motor apart. And there's a lady enjoying a burger. Alistair King, 135 from my neck of the woods. Twice or 3 times winner of the Mud, Sweat and Gears, the thing I used to run on New Year's Day. 495, Andrew Ward Willis. You can see now he doesn't have the name on the back of his shirt. You have to have, 76 there. Look at that. Nice shot there. Smiling at the camera, Steve Guttridge. Kawasaki off-road man. 78, Mark McCann. All these guys styling for the camera. 743, Rob Clayton. .869, James Stanton. Stuttering away as they come in. Look at the way that's worn out. Look at that. Dun 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 dun. 222. You really want it, John Kane. You really want to do that for 3 hours, don't you? Not. This is round by the Tropicana. This is down opposite the pits area, this bit. As you can see by these sort of put-me-ups, or put-me-ups. Easy-ups was the word I was looking for. Put-me-ups. Something like that. 117 there, Jerry Dunn. Grief. Yes, we are enjoying ourselves. 182, John Nichols. 14 you missed just going through there was Chris Walker. 289, Pete Foley, not the Pete Foley of National Union of Journalists. Number 2 there, Gary Davis. Ooh, Gary Davis, no longer the Radio 1 DJ either. Just 11 times AMCA champion now. We actually have had a Radio 1 DJ, Kevin Green, into the Western Beach Race once. 514 Daniel Williams, and then was interviewed by Kenny Kay, who asked him what's it like to work for a minority radio station. Number 12, Ben Saunders. Maybe part of the reason why Kenny's no longer part of the commentary team at Western anymore, but enough said. But this is the bike park. 699 Kevin Smith going bypassing that bit. And this was the April deluge, so to speak. 757 Rogers start in there somewhere. The guy in the middle, I think he's just left his bike. Don't mention to Roger Harvey that they're Hondas, otherwise he'll slip a disc. 539 Ian Davis, getting close to the camera there. 72 Stephen Everts, just makes it look so easy. Complete with Tesco bag. Notice Stephen Everts shops at Tesco's. You don't see that in the adverts, do you? 22 Ben Hunt. So lads, when next time you go to a motocross, you know you've got the motocross accessory, a Tesco carrier bag, as used by Stephen Everts, 8 times world champion. 309 Craig Thorpe. 179 Jeff Bullen with a rather overinflated rubber glove. 962, can't find that one in the book. 477 is Carl Smythe. 15, that's Robert Jones. .365, Edward Holland. Number 90 there, Richard Peacock, with the sort of, looks like a sat-on mudguard, for want of a better expression. Third time I said that today. That was Knighter going through, David Knight, I think. .77 Craig Styler. .185 Graham Paul. This is what we call an atmospheric shot. 819 Mike Smith, gives you an idea of the amount of mire there was there. 09 going through, that's John May on the Suzuki, one of Rob Hooper's boys. That's Stefan again with the carrier bag. You see the Tesco bag hanging off the back. 14 there, that's Chris Walker. Unfortunately not on the same lap as Stephen Everts. Number 94 there, Andy Cripps. .58 there, Mark Millard. Millward it says, I always think you pronounce that Millard. Please send your answers in the postcard to 856 Jeremy Wilcox. Oh, 125 at Weston. Try that clutch. Oh, number 4 there, Ben Taylor, showing how it should be done. Of course, he knows because he's won before. Oh, almost came my guts there. Oh, there's Gordy Crockard, number 1. Still recovering from major knee surgery. Happiest and most multicoloured haired bloke in the paddock. Number 7 there, Edward Jones. Don't take the inside line. Okay, I remember that. Ask that bloke on your helmet to give you a hand. I'm not quite sure what that was coming down the straight. If you feel like it when you're at home watching this, then just rewind it and go slow speed and see if you can pick up who it was. 71 there, Tom Neal. I don't know if it was Scooby-Doo, or it may well have been Yogi Bear, or it could have been Bugs Bunny. It certainly wasn't Tigger or Porky the Pig. It gets you so long after this. 75 Ray Rowson going through there. 71 Edward Jones. It's a great thing about watching Weston is you can tell the good riders and you can also tell the not so good riders. 75 Ray Rowson. You can see even there. Look, he's pulling his way past back markers as he goes into lap score. Chris Brawson looking remarkably clean there. The guy with the sedate, shall we say, white or silver coloured hair. Paddock coordinator. This is fighting. Well, this is over the last major June. No, it's not the last major June. This is, you can see there's the sponsors marquee in the background. So this is at the end of the seawall as they turn back in for the last time to head down towards race control. That looks to be the 75 machine going through there once more. 8 there is Nick Life. Huh. What barefaced cheek, for want of a better expression. 4 times. Thank you very much, Gary Davis. Get him filled in there. Marshall's sort of waving forlornly. It might be a good idea if you go over there, chaps. Crunch. Good thing about sand, it doesn't go crunch. It sort of just goes poof. And as you can see, carnage ensues as ever at Weston. The crowd in the background having the time of their lives watching these poor guys out there just getting deeper and deeper in it. It's like the sort of nature's equivalent of Carlsberg. It reaches places that others can't reach. 313 there, Philip Bunning. .672. Sean Renvoise, I think. I don't know if he's French or what. Or maybe it's a misspelling in the programme. Never they cry. Never has there ever been a mistake in the Western programme. So here they go, they're picking their way through amongst the small dunes, going for the big ones. Marshall used to work at Luton Airport directing the planes into the slipway. That way, crunch. 24 again, Jack Twentyman. .22 there, making his way through the mile. We can see slap bang in the centre of shot. Let's have a look. That's Ben Hunt. 341 close to us. That's Steve Turvey. I think that's is that a Husaberg 4-stroke? Or are you just pleased to see me? .212, I think that was John Clark. Number 4, Ben Taylor. No mistake in the number 4. Taylor on the back, so yes, I think I got that one right. There's a Pickwick. 276, Graham Russell, named and shamed. You are the pink wig. Now, unfortunately, this is copyright, so you can't send this into You've Been Framed and pick up 250 quid. 770, was that 7? Oh, missed that one. We'll get him next time round, hopefully. As you can see, easy identification for the lap scorers, which is why they have people in the pit lanes actually cleaning the numbers off as they come in. Makes it easy for the commentators to spot the numbers though. 784, Nigel Thurley. 101 there, that's Charlie Richards. This is better get them from the side so we can see the numbers. Right, okay, let's have a back shot then. Oh, let's go back to the front again. This makes life really easy for commentators. Who's this sneaking past there? No, not enough showing on the rear number to see it. 838, we've got him there, Stevie Chaplin in there. .404, James Needham. 70 is John Presley. Aha, number 9, Rick Defoe. Can't miss that one. And now we're back to the sandy front number plates again. And the cameraman with a rather expensive looking lens there is just about to get filled in with sand. 59 there, Jason Thomas. .34 Shane Trotter sneaking through there. I think it was 34. Number 30 Richard Roper. Aha, the carrier bag. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 times world champion, number 72 Stephen Ebbets. He shops at Tesco's. Just about. .08 is Scott Probert, another one of our road racers, taking the deep route there. 38 Les Rampton taking the not so deep route. Jonathan Grover 231. 916 Nick Coles making sure he gets in on the action. And they're coming through thick and fast. I remember one year when I was working with Ron Calloway and Kenny Kay, Ron said to Kenny, he said, they're all roaring up your end. I suggested some sort of ambulance might be of assistance, but he met with stony silence from Mr. Kay. Back on the straight again, look at that. What's called a speed weave. You know, they always say when it gets like that, you should open the throttle and accelerate out of it. Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, remember that one. I remember an 84 Declan Emerson remembered that when he did that, and it spat him off and broke both his wrists. Yeah, that's it. Just accelerate out of it and you'll break both your wrists. Good plan. .154, Mark Bradford there. Chris Walker, number 14, sneaking through past us again. Well, it says Lewis on the back of the shirt. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Never mind. Fill you in with sand. That's better. Feel lots better now. Thank you very much. I needed that sand. It woke me up a bit. .08, that's Scott Probert again. .916 there, Nicholas Coles. Ben Taylor, number 4, we just saw flashing through there. And oh, there's Yogi Bear. Excellent. Okay, boo-boo. No sign of a picnic basket though. Number 1, Gordon Crockard. The smiling Ulsterman. I bet he had a fry for breakfast. Yes, number 8, Nick Life. Looking far too enthusiastic at this stage in a race. There's a Kawasaki sat there. That's the Kawasaki Memorial, that one there. 254, Curtis Whitehurst. Been passed there by number 50, Husi Vervelainen. Another multi-coloured haired man. The Flying Finn. GC, Gordon Crockard, the Croc Star. Excellent. To be such a popular rider, to actually have Dire Straits mention you in the song is amazing. For those of you who haven't heard the latest one. 07 Alex Snow sneaking around there again. 429 Darren Butler. Well, that's not Darren Butler's, that's Darren's bike. What a way to treat a Kawasaki. 71 Tom Neal. Well, it looks very clean. It's not going anywhere. When somebody jumps on top of it. 75 Ray Rowson. That's how a Kawasaki should be used. Whack. Straight into a wall. Well, marvellous. You can see they're full of enthusiasm. Alex, no, that man does not stop, does he? Chosen the wrong right there, though, Alex. No, he keeps going again, though. 4:41, Jamie Webb. Ray Rowson again. .08 there, that was Scott Probert once more. Okay, I lied. It said 08, I'm sure it did on the bike, but it's got number 30 on the back. 63, Chris Hamill. Oh, 79, Chris Hockey. Lost the decals on his tank by looks in. Number 90, Richard Peacock there behind him. Richard Peacock. .914, Nick Bartle. Ah, right, okay, what do I do now? 09, John May. A later entry with a 09 number. Oh, right, that's a very helpful Marshall. Thanks so much, he's a decent chap. Number 20 there, Richard Clayton. .53, Steve Pleat. Multi-talented mountain biker. 5:49, Bob Mortlock. God, I didn't realise Bob was still riding. From my era. David Knight up and running again once more on the KTM. There he is, 5:49, Bob Mortlock. Let me think, Bob's from, it's from around Cambridge way. Nitra again. Yes, we've named and shamed him already. Number 14, Chris Walker. As I say, wishing he'd stuck to the tarmac, no doubt. .803 there, Andrew Butler. That's number 12, that's Ben Saunders. Under 21 champion. .04, Jonathan Williams. Looking remarkably cool at this time of the race. Mark Popplewell, number 128. He's got one of those Alumite helmets that look like they've not quite been finished yet. Look like they've just been primed, they're waiting for a coat of paint. I know my mate Al's got one. 06 going through there, Lewis King. 9:43, MR Thumpercross champion. Ah, there's one of those wonderful Canon Bombardiers. Makes you glad you're in the army, one of those. Okay, fall off. No, sorry, fall in. or one of those. Number 9 there, Rick Defoe. 9:63. Not in the programme, but a number we can read. Hurrah. 84, Mark Eastwood. The Spanish resident, as they call him these days. I think he spent the last 2 seasons contesting the Spanish Motocross Championship. Still racing. Out in the sun, though. And why not? Ah, there's number, what's 72, what's his name? Stephen Egberts or something like that. Making it look incredibly easy still. Look at this, for about 2 hours into the race and he's still bouncing around like a newborn child, as opposed to his newborn child. Number 180, Reg Sears. Infield section down by the seawall again. 98, Brad Nixon. 813, Carlo Sidoli. A good English sounding name, that. We'll wait for somebody to appear. .743 there, that's Rob Clayton. Okay, pick a number out of that lot if you can. Excellent. Deep ruts, close up of the deep ruts here. Mega close up of the deep ruts. 361, Neil Nosworthy. Number 8 there, Nick Life, you can see. Now those were mounds earlier on, they just look like stalagmites. That's right, it's stalagmites, because stalactites, because tights come down, as my geography master used to tell me. 4112, Dave Moore, hidden in there somewhere. Honest governor. And you can see where the sand was and now where it is, so to speak. This is what they call erosion on a major scale. And this is more erosion on a major scale. 314, I think that was 314, Leonard Paget. Number 140, James Patterson. Wayne Braybrook. This is the spot in the race. This is about the 2 hours, just over 2 hours when it rained. Oh gosh, there's a brave man. 849, John Rort. That looks there. That's got a remarkably home-built look about it. This is a bike I knocked up for Weston. 652, Ben Masters, looking far too into. Look at the size of the tank on that as well. Obviously an Enduro man spec. What's that, a 250 Honda under there, I think? Not sure who's looking at the frame on it. Your eagle-eyed correspondent. It's like one of those poor sad people that wins these competitions by picking out the tail lens of a 1932 Lotus Cortina or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, something really interesting. 54, Darryl Bolter. .796, Tim Brake. Rather disappointed looking St John's ambulance personnel there. Nothing to do with them at that present moment in time. As soon as somebody goes down there, wallop, you get descended upon like a locust. 285 there, Kevin James. I remember worked at the Supercross in Belfast, and they had a series of paramedics there from a road racing track, and they virtually had you off the track before you fell off. 232, Russell Taylor. If you stopped in a corner to sort of adjust your goggles, before you knew it, you got leapt on by the paramedics and carted off in the ambulance. 4-36, Tim Wellborn. That was number 9, Rick Defoe, somewhere there underneath the sand, I think, going through. Oh, as you can see, the sand had been worn off the ambulance crossing there and showing the wood underneath it. Still plenty good for the riders. Race Marshall, just in case you didn't know what he was. One of those brave and foolhardy souls that makes Weston just worthwhile. Look in the middle of that last bend. There's a rather deep hole there that nobody wants to go in. 881, Andy Morgan misses it out. Ah, yes. It's the old slot racing is not confined to cars, you know. Who needs radio control when you've got a good old slot car racer? Yes, now which of these grooves do we go around? Not the one on the inside, okay. That's what happens when you twist the throttle so hard on a Scalextric car, it whizzes off in the corner. Much the same sort of principle, really. Now, you don't really want to get in that grot over there. Life is so hard at times. It's just one big bucket of sand. Oh, great, he looks up. Now the cameraman's looking at me. Notice he's got one of those drink things on his back, so every now and again he can stop to get a mouthful of sand. Excellent idea. Oh, dear me. Oh, another hole. Cat. Yes. Good expression. .23 there, Paul Valance. 1:24, Nick Jenkins. 1:47 there, Peter Bully. Oh, it's getting better now. We can see a few numbers. Not quite. Oh, it's the rain, of course. It's knocked it off. 2:09 there is Robert G. Oh, look, somebody's put some Honda flags on the end of them now. Good. How quaint. .722, Pete Gallagher. Well, look at that. Fancy seeing two consecutive numbers. 7:23, Dan Barlow. Owen down amongst lap scoring again now. 6:20 something now, I think. 5:30 something there. 87, is that Rob Cherry? That'll be Rob Cherry from Northampton. .465, James Benson. Just in case you can check the shirt as it goes away there. 465, Benson. You see, I'm not lying. You're thinking I'm making this up, don't you? Oh, sure stood there with the flag up. Like the riders suddenly go, oh look, there's a marshal with a yellow flag, I'd better slow down. Yeah, right. Imagine the marshals briefing before the race, don't get in the way. 2:71, Simon Ogden. I really shouldn't be saying these things as an ex-ACU committee man of 6 years and an FIM registered clerk of the course. I really shouldn't be pouring score like this. 5:46 Daniel Marsh, but so what? Rick Defoe there, number 04 sneaking in the background, Jonathan Williams. 4:57 Matthew Lockhart, number 3 there, Rob Meeky. Now 3 was to be a very apt number for Rob because he actually finished 3, I think, and there's 959. It's Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear, if I remember rightly, they came and I spoke to the guys afterwards. Yogi Bear was a Royal Marine, I think. 885. Lee Batchelor with sprouting helmet. Stephen Everett sneaking in the background there, stopping off for fish and chips. That's what the plastic bag was for, fish and chips. 2 alert-looking St John Ambulance personnel, St John Ambulance personnel, get it right. Edward Jones looking, no, that's Stephen Evans again. I was going to say I saw the 7, but it's the 72. Look at that, you see, look, anybody else goes for the low run, but no, Stephen goes, oh no, that's okay, there's somebody there, so I'll go with the most difficult part of the jump and make it look so incredibly easy everyone gets really, really bored. Number 7, Edward Jones. The multi-talented and multi-coloured haired number 1 Gordon Crockard. Twice British champion motocross. 26 going through there, Brad Anderson from the northeast. Let's go for the easy route here, shall we? Definitely this line next to us by the camera seems to be the good one. And that's what the dunes look like afterwards. Looking down, you can see the shoreline in the background. 79, and that's got to be Chris Hockey. .383, Jamie Faulkner. Ah, there's Porky the Pig. 158, Martin Natman. I bet he was so pleased that he was wearing that. Actually, during the quad race, Andy Hobbs, the gorilla, he took most of the suit off in about the last round, just left the headpiece on because he got so hot in there. And this is good. This is the way to ruin a perfectly good video camera. And also a Honda 250, I think that's a Honda 250. Right, okay. Number 12, Ben Saunders. Man, they're getting filled in. Thank you very much. Oh, splendid. 118, did he make it? No, he didn't. He's down. He's out. 147, Pete Bully goes through there. He's in one piece. 960 thrown enough sprout, but not in my program. Well, here we go. 85 there, Eddie Chapman hears. Oh, let's pick up on this. He goes through, safety through. Yes, make it look easy. Right, so don't go for the one on the left-hand side. Riders appear to be going in all different directions here. .133 there. Easy does it, easy does it. Steady, steady. Whoops, crash. 991, Francis Hills. .221, Marty Jones. 736 in the background there was Wayne Connor. Aha, 191. Bo Anderson. 796 is Tim Brake. Oh, crash. 78 there, Mark McCann. .612, Justin Coombs. 811 is Malcolm Buck. Oh, 631, Stephen Pardo. .324, Glenn Howard. I know that man. He comes from Hemel Hempstead. He's bought loads of bikes off me in years gone past when I used to work at Ron Humphries Motorcycles. Very nice bloke. Number 7, Edward Jones. And look at that, showing how it should be done. Number 5, Fast Eddie himself, Paul Edmondson. Look, you can tell they just make it look so easy. Makes you want to throw bricks at them. 3 hours in a race, now you are struggling around, aiming from corner to corner. The man goes past, stood up on the pegs, making it look so easy, it just makes you want to cry. 48, Rob Church. Oh, don't say that one there with the water in, whatever you do. And here's one we'll be seeing more of later, yes. 245, Stephen Marshall. Oh, that's it. No, don't go through that one there, chap, because you won't get out again. That's a rather nice looking vintage Harlequin shirt in the background there. Number 13, Jamie Lewis. I'm trying to think who made those Harlequin shirts. I think it might have been Clover at one point. 698, Andrew Walsh, enjoying the rain. Every single last drop of it. 405 there, John Young. 126, Jamie Roper. Oh, thank you. Let's try that again once more with feeling. 369 is Glyn Churchill. Well, you may have noticed it's raining just to add insult to injury. 87, that's Rob Cherry. Up on the pegs, good man. 4-stroke Honda. Might be a 250. Difficult to tell the two motors apart. He's got white plates on as well. Number 4, Ben Taylor. I do like these low numbers, they're dead easy to spot. Yeah, we've definitely spotted Ben Taylor. Number 72, Stephen Everts. Yeah, bye, ta-da, laters, see you later. Not even stopped. Everybody else, look, his foot's still in the peg, look, and that one's out just balancing him. Everybody else is footing with both feet. And he's just a beautiful kit as well. Look at that gold kit as well. Well, it is gold now with the sand on it. Ah, right, okay. Right, what should we do with this one, chaps? No, the idea is to get the bike out there. Number 108, Mick Exton's. God, is that an XR600? Ladies and gentlemen, the Western Beach Race, the criminally insane. Mick Exton's riding an XR600. The original Honda lead sled. 101 waving to the camera, I think. Didn't quite catch him, though. 178, Ben Hawkins. 102 is Ben Swambo again. 919, Chris Wainwright. 520, Andrew Mills. Getting towards the end of the race now. As you can see by the state of the tunes. Here we are, lap scoring once more. 254. Curtis Whitehurst, number 05 going through there, that's Andrew Edwards. 14, Chris Walker, still going. And that's the lap scorers. Go away. And these are some bikes getting lots of water on them, which is turning into steam because they're hot. 31 Sydney Bales, I think that was there. Ah, there's another one of those army machines. 87, Rob Cherry sneaking through in front of us. Thank you very much. 758, Richard Marsh, you're worthy of mention. If you clean your number, you get, that's it. 364, Ben Evans, thank you very much. If you clean your number, you get mentioned. Well done, Ben. This is the last tune as they come down in towards the sort of chicane bit before the finish. They come into the pit scoring lanes, or lap scoring lanes rather. 608 there, Daniel Carr. 70 is John Priestley. 819 is Mick Smith. 04 there, Jonathan Williams again. Number 2, Gary Davis. Getting shunted from behind. Thank you very much. By number 0. Number 0 was. 828, G. Scott Pope. Stand up and be named. Complete contrast in style, smooth and flowing, knackered and all over the place. The bike just fits exactly through the gap. Here we go through lap scoring again once more. 608 Daniel Carr. 218 there, Darren Rowe. 576 Ian Wild. You see, if we get in that lane, we get mentioned. 972, sorry, in the wrong lane. 332 Mark Mills. Number 10 that's Wayne Braybrook on the Sandiford Honda. Better half, of course, Caroline Sandiford. Number 5, Fast Eddie. Paul Edmondson. In fact, Edmondson and Meek were the only guys that finished in the same lap as Stephen Everts. Stephen almost lapped Paul Edmondson. He came in, and he actually came in before he started the last lap. We thought he'd come in to top up there, Yogi Bear, but Stefan had actually come in to have his energy drink. Oh, it's the last lap at Weston, so are you concerned about running out of fuel? No. He actually did a one-stop strategy. I said earlier on about his smooth-flowing riding style. 6:37, by the way, Leslie Collins. It's just basically because he's up on the pegs all the while, he just doesn't use as much gas as everybody else. 73, Richard Walter. Number 11, Stevie Roper, still up and running. So, speaking of the devil, he should appear. Stefan Evertson is fourth for the Yamaha, prepared by Steve Dixon's Bike at Yamaha team.
Alex Rack, number 35 on the hockey machine still.
Looking down the front here. Number 9, Rick Defoe, just going through there once more. 819, Mick Smith. Oh gosh, it's really getting a little bit messy there. 05, that's Andrew Edwards, the Welshman. You see the Wales shirt on the back. 33, Knight are up and running. I say David Knight, after snapping a chain, pushing all the way the length of the straight back to the paddock, went out and he finished an incredible, I think it was 17th place, just got himself into the top 20. Never gave up though. I'd like to rev the bike until the engine blows up. Certainly, sir. That'll be £155 for a rebuild. No problem. Brad Anderson, number 26. Just confused with 34, his championship number on the back. I think that's his old championship number 34, if I remember rightly. He's obviously not got a new shirt on, I think, for this year. 380, David Nellis. Paul Edmondson, the multi-talented Paul Edmondson. Fast Eddie Racing Honda for this season, riding the 250 two-stroke Honda. 09 behind him, that's John May. Well, I say behind him on the track, but not behind him in the race at the moment. Quite a remarkable amount of energy being expelled. Number 04, Jonathan Williams there in the background. Considering that we're coming in the closing stage of the race now, the guys are still out there giving about 25%. 209 there, Robert G. Stuck. Not going anywhere. Packed up. 896, Larry Kessel. 546 is Daniel Marsh. 862 there's Andrew Salt. I can just taste that fish and chips later on in the cafe when they finished. Scooby-Doo. Perhaps a Scooby snack instead. Not sure whether it's a Scooby-Doo with a man grafted underneath or a man with a Scooby-Doo grafted on top, but camouflage, just what you need to wear amongst the dunes. Surprised I didn't see any Desert Storm camouflage there. Race Marshal, as you can see, pays rapid attention, walks in the opposite direction to stop the rider. Number 4, Ben Taylor, nipping through close to us again once more. $155, Mr. A. Barter. Not got his Christian name in the programme. Bloke called Hunt, number 500 on his back by the looks of it. 821, John Ward, nice number plate there, chap. 777, Stuart George. And I bet with a red and black shirt he comes from Cornwall. 711, James Reeves. 72 again, we've seen a lot of him, he must be doing fairly well. 25, close-up view of Alex Owen there. Got to get himself into the shot, he says. Number 20, that was 20, it's John Locke. Oh, thank you very much. One for the camera there, chaps. 935. Black numbers and a green background. 5:28, Mark Boardman. And they still keep going. Looks like one of the Husky Sport machines there. Not quite sure who that was. Maybe Chris Hockey from the back. Daryl Bolton, don't think so. Looks more like Chris than Daryl from the back. Stevie Roper. Jim Hayne Motorcycles KTM. Edward Jones, D3 KTM. Chris Walker, not on a GSXR. What a remark! Oh, look at that! You can still see the fuel left in the tank there. Number 3, Rob Meek. He's such a clever swine. He just managed to creep his way into the podium in the last couple of laps and finish 3rd. 5 times he's won it. A number of times he's on the podium. Just sneaks in there all the time. 573, Paul Negus. Number 2, Gary Davis. Now getting towards the end. That looks like Edmondson just gone through. Till I recognise the star as he went away from us. There he is. That couldn't have been him earlier on then, because his shirt was a lot dirty than that. 59 coming towards us. Jason Thomas, how to ride off a pair of goggles. Stefan Evers again. Look at it, look all the way around the outside. Look, just makes it look so easy. Looks across, picks his line, gives it a handful, straight across the ruts, wallop and gone. Incredible, isn't it? Just makes it look so easy. Well, here we are back at lap scoring once more. The riders coming through. There's Stefan. Takes the checkered flag. What a start. Turns around to acknowledge the crowd. Okay, Stefan, you just hang around there while the other 780 odd people finish. Look at that. There we go. What a showman. 003 there going through. Philip Lloyd, absolutely the last man to enter. 969, I think that was. 459, Chris Matthews, is that 459? 212, John Clark. 895, Mark Waitman. 736, Wayne Connor. 126, Jamie Roper. Oh, 412, it's worth cleaning off, Dave Moore. Didn't catch that one. 651, Ben Masters. Tom Neal in there, number 71. 295, Andy Rooker. 358, Martin Taylor. 555, Rob Drinkwater. There you go. And there's Stefan. Look at that. 8 World Championships, but now the pinnacle of his career, or the pinnacle of that sand dune, he's won the Western Beach Race.
12 years ago, and that was the only one he'd ever rode in. So that was one of the Hooker Bullets, and his dad owned them. A real superstar. I think everybody that knew that he was coming will probably do what he's going to be that good. They just show them how really good he is. Again, to the right place, of course, Harry Evans won his first World Championship back in 1975. One of those three motorcycles out of Boston, yeah? And then went on to win a hat-trick of 165cc World Motorcycle for anybody. You don't need to do anything special. You don't need to be safe. You just need to go out and get yourself a motorcycle. That's very good for reality. Now, you just say you get entry form, which is very easy to obtain, and you can be one of these lads that are very easy. If you want to make that quite as hard, you can go on